Tales. Last time on the Tales at Twilight, the crew reported the bandit invasion that was impending to one of the captain of the guard and was brought to the Perch Guard headquarters where they presented their evidence to the captain, and after a brief trip to try and find his commander, noticed that the name of said captain for the bandits that was supposed to be residing over this region of Alderheart and its surrounding wood was in fact the commander of the Perch Guard, Sheila Den.
Sheila.
You guys followed the platoon of guards out to the guild quarter because that is where she was doing inspections, and there was a large crowd gathered around one of the major guild halls, and Sheila was on the third floor balcony in front of a podium and gave a speech about the corrupt council and how they basically didn't give aid purposely to the people that were dealing with the fires from the Scorched Grove. She also had evidence and reported hearing of conspiracies that one of the main council members was the one who did it on purpose and was conspiring to do other misdeeds to take control of the wood. And you watched quickly and mercilessly as one of the spies named Kirill, who is someone from Hugh's backstory that knew Eden, his deceased partner, was executed in front of the crowd. After that, noticed from the screams of two other individuals that were also on the list that you guys found that Virgil and Evelyn were in Alderheart as well, and the guards captured them and were leading them up the stairs to be done the same. And that is where we left off. We're jumping back in, and the door has just slammed on the front of the main guild hall, and Q had seen them being dragged up the stairs.
That's a lot to process.
Yes. The crowd is in shock. There's people that have fainted when they saw the dead body drop from the third story and crumple at the ground in front of the guild hall. There's guards in the surrounding area that have dropped their weapons and are just in a panic. You do notice that there are a lot of guards around the crowd currently, and some of them do not look as shocked. It is kind of hard to tell who's friend or foe in this situation, but there are a great number of guards here currently.
Penny, Thistlefoot, you don't have to follow me, but I'm going in.
Well, too bad I'm following you.
I will grip my necklace, Talon of Titan, and everything for everyone around me will go dark, except for Penny and Thistlefoot.
And it travels with you, right?
It's around me.
Okay, how far out? Because the crowd, for perspective, is like, I want to say close to 100 or so people.
It's 20-foot radius.
24. That's a lot of the crowd.
How far are we from the door that the guards
I would say that you guys are at the far back, so you're about 60-ish or more feet away. As you activate the Talon of Titan, the mist exudes from you and a magical darkness consumes the area around you. People start to scream, and something else that you notice, Thistlefoot, with your new keen senses, you see Dale stumble and fall through the crowd behind you like he was trying to catch up with you.
Kidding.
Yeah.
I would not make that noise.
He was... he was taken off guard and tripped over another person's foot and like face planted in the ground. It is completely blind at the moment, and you see him the opposite direction behind you about 20 feet, like just at the edge of the darkness.
Okay, so he's opposite direction of where Sheila and the door
Yes,
is.
correct. Yeah.
And the door you said is about 60 feet.
Yeah.
and we can see within this 20-foot radius. I look back at Dale. I look at Q, and I got her. And I take off at the door.
All right.
I'm going to do dash and then use my Step of the Wind ability to do dash again for my bonus action to just try to be a speedy boy to catch up with them.
Swerving in between the gaps, people are screaming, turning around to look at the cloud of darkness. Panic is immediately happening, and
with my small nature, I want to go through like feet and just be that blade of grass in the wind flowing through the open spaces that there are.
I will also be chasing as closely as I can, much slower. Thistlefoot.
I'm
Trying to push through crowds.
I'm going to be following behind Q.
You make it to the edge of the crowd, and you see 2 guards flanking the door. The door is shut. What are you doing when you get to the edge of the crowd?
So there's 2 guards guarding the door.
Yes,
right
correct.
now.
One is you see a pangolin garbed in the guard armor, as well as a falcon folk. The pangolin has scraped scales that kind of come out of the edge of the armor, the little bit that you can see. Chipped and jagged, barbed, and a menacing, intimidating face. The falcon has a large greatsword on their side, and their hand is on it, and they're beginning to slightly draw. But they currently, like, you're I will say you're still in the crowd, so you haven't caused anything yet. So that's where
I'm still running, and as I get close to them, in a uncharacteristic loud voice, "You will move." And I'm going to use words of radiance.
Oh,
something within me glows, and I just spew out this radiant. I'm going after the pangolin, and they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's just them, or are you getting?
It just says, "Yo, each creature." Okay, yeah. So I'll do both of them.
Okay, so you push from the crowd and get within range, and they're both gonna make saves. Fun. So that's
yeah. They have to make a Con 15 save.
We'll start with the falcon because that's what you said first, and that is a 15 save.
So it meets it, so he does save.
The pangolin gets a 16.
Son of a gun.
You see both of them clock. The radiant shine and the invigorating, like people in the crowd jump back, and you are in the open at this moment. And immediately, without hesitation, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh man.
12.
12. Okay.
7.
17.
17. All right. The falcon will be going first here, and you see the great sword draw in a flash, and he quick steps to you, and you just see this giant blade swing at you. That is gonna be a 17 to hit.
Meets.
Ooh, my goodness. That's 21 on the second one, because he quick hits once and then flips the blade and comes from the other direction. You're going to take 12 slashing damage total from both as he swings across. And not only does it slash through you, but you see people in the crowd without even
slash. Is this slashing
damage?
It
is slashing damage, yes.
Okay. I'm going to use my deflect attack.
Okay.
To deflect
one of them?
One of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll get hit by the first one, but as he's coming around to swing again, I'm going to redirect his attack. I'm going to use my hands to hit his arm to redirect the sword that he's swinging and cause it to try to hit him.
Right.
Let's see if this works.
See if you can do it first.
12 exactly.
Whoa. So even better because each attack was only 6. So you definitely cancel out.
Since I reduced that to 0, I'm going to redirect the attack at him. It has to do a DC 15 dex save.
He fails. 11.
Okay, so then he'll take 14 damage. Slashing. I'm going to hit his arm and then use the sword to bring it back down on his shoulder blade.
Yeah, as you push it, he is not ready for how strong you are, and it comes back around and it clips him on the top of his wing. He looks shocked at how strong you are, and he widens his stance. The greatsword hits the ground, and he begins to wind up for more, but it is not his turn anymore. It's the pangolin. With a flash, you hear pounding footsteps come up beside you. People right next to you get knocked over and rolled into the ground. Some of them already maimed and hurt from the wide slash from the greatsword.
My pangolin brother, no.
He's so bad. He's such a bad guy. Oh no.
Not now, Willie.
He's such a bad guy. Oh God.
Are you Willie or Herbert?
Yes.
Herbert. I was going for Herbert, but that's.
Oh no. Oh no.
He doesn't talk like that. Don't worry.
Big joke guy. Hello.
Oh no.
You see, as he pounding steps, as soon as the falcon widens his stance, his head drops, and you see a magical light in front of you as he's running up, and an explosive boom as a shot rings out while he's running at you. It swoops by your face, and you hear someone scream out and fall dead immediately behind you as an arcane gun is shot at you. He swiftly moves up and brings out a scimitar and slices at you. And misses because you duck from the bullet.
Yeah, as I'm going to dodge to the left as he pulls up his gun to shoot me. I'm going to turn, see who it just hits, turn again, see the scimitar coming down at me, and then I'm going to duck under his swing to kind of follow the movement of it to dodge it.
Okay. It is now your turn. 2 people on you, but you do see other guards responding to the violence and begin closing in. That is their action. They are getting closer. There's multiples. I'll give you a perspective just so you guys know what you're getting into here. There are 9 guards total rushing the front of the crowd, all focusing on you, Thistlefoot, because you kind of started the fight.
Okay. Well, I'm going to dodge under that scimitar swing, and I'm going to pop right back up holding my staff, and I'm going to swing. Let's see, this was the penguin who attacked me. I'm going to respond in kind and thwack him right under the jawline and like try to bust his chin. 24 to hit.
Instinctively brings the scimitar to try and parry your blow, but is too slow. And
That's 9 points of damage. 9 points. So I'm going to thwack him across the face. This was also the unkind guy who shot with the arcane weapon, right?
He shot, ran up, and then swung at you.
Okay, so he killed an innocent person behind me, so I don't like him. So I'm going to respond with following the flow of my staff swing. I'm going to bring up the back of my hilt to hit him in the side of the temple. 15?
It would meet, but at this point, his sword is already up, and you hit the side of his sword, and he pushes your fist away.
Okay. So since that was my unarmed attack, that was my bonus action. I'm going to swing right back around and use the blunt end of my staff, because now I get 2 attacks, boy, and use the butt of it to hit him just right in the solar plex. 25.
You bring your bow staff around, and the falcon tries to pull up the greatsword to block your blow, but again, you're too fast for them, and you hit him in the side of the temple. You see him waver for a second. How much damage you get?
6 this time.
Okay, blood drawn, and he pulls off his helmet and slams it on the ground. Make me a history check, would you?
Oh my.
That's a 10.
10. Okay. The penguin slams his hamlet down. His hamlet.
Slams his hamlet.
Wherefore art thy father?
And he lowers his weapons and he wipes the blood off of his face with the pistoled hand. You're quicker than I thought you'd be. You're outnumbered. You should give up now.
I take a defiant stand.
Okay. Q, your turn.
I'm going to dash and do my best to make my way in range of Thistlefoot.
Yeah.
So that he is back inside of the darkness.
Okay,
Because
make-
dashing forward. Have I mechanically, because I was chasing Thistlefoot, did I make any progress towards the door? Or am I still 60 feet?
You're 30 feet at this point,
Okay.
unless you dash.
I'm dashing.
Okay. You are where he is, like right at the door, basically. You see the T-guard. You sue the T-guards. Sue them, bitch! Sue them!
No.
Small claims court. No, you see the 2 guards. I also need you to make a history check for me.
We are small.
History.
Yes, yes,
My
yes.
history modifier.
smart.
It's bad.
I feel bad
Oh.
about this history
Q.
check.
It's okay.
11.
Okay.
Dang it!
Fun fact. Q's a gardener. Very charismatic. Very wise. Not very smart.
Okay.
Intelligence
Continue your
is-
actions.
He's not good at math.
Shouldn't have asked.
Dang it! I want to know. Dang it!
So I'm dashing towards Thistlefoot.
Yes. You
Um,
see the pangolin, helmet off, bloodied. You see the dead body of Kirill splattered on the ground, and you also see multiple civilians that have been cut from whatever a battle's happening, and you see a fresh head splattered deerfolk on the ground, dead from a gunshot wound.
Rough,
Yeah,
dude.
sorry.
Holy.
You know, humble
Did they
was
have
supposed
a-
to be super nice, but
So nice.
Did
and
they have a
friendly.
child named Bambi?
Stop.
That's really
What's wrong
fucked
with
up.
him?
What the fuck?
I don't think the
we'll
mom
never
had
know.
it.
She's dead.
Oh boy. Oh
Can't
boy.
heal
oh
a gunshot
boy.
wound to the head, can you?
My Disney heart is hurting.
After witnessing this tussle, I'm gonna grab you, Thistlefoot, by your collar and say, "Be quiet. Get down." And I'm gonna push you down to the ground. In the darkness, you can see again, but everyone else inside of this dark cannot see.
Okie doke.
So keep that in mind. It is
Will
a
do.
magical darkness. We're gonna go inside. We're gonna get in there. We're surrounded. You cannot beat 9 of these guys. It's not gonna happen. Follow my lead. And I will cast, as a bonus action, I'll cast Mass Healing Word
Oh.
on presumably every citizen that was cleaved by the Greatsword.
Oh. Okay.
And heal them up. So I will send out these sort of magical whispers and feelings of comfort in the chaos, trying to speak peaceful things like gardens and rosebuds. And anybody affected
Rosebud.
by this spell gets a scent of fresh garden and vegetables and fruit, and they will heal. Thistlefoot will get healed, and then the other 5 healing word targets. Oh, this one's not a triangle.
As the scent of a garden enters my nose, and as Q tries to calm me down, I'll exhale and breathe out the heat that has been kind of building up inside of me over the past day.
Everybody affected by the healing word will heal for 6.
Okay. Yeah, you see a lot of the wounds begin to close up on the people that were hit by the greatsword.
9. Ooh. 9. They heal for 9.
Yeah, the wounds almost completely seal up, aside from the deer folk that is still deceased.
Kirill is also deceased at this point, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I assumed so, but
Oh, yeah.
just want to be sure. Can I tell? Is anybody directly blocking the door in front of us?
Not anymore, no.
Okay. I want to move to the front of the door and wait. That'll be the last little bit of my movement since I did dash.
Two of you that are still in the darkness, and probably soon Penny will also see, the guards are blinking wildly, and keep in mind the rounds are 6-second long, so like they said all that stuff, they hit you, and now they're just suddenly blind during the 6 seconds. Penny, it is your turn now.
I am gonna run up, join them towards the door. Do I happen to notice the penguin?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna be shocked, at least, to be like, my brain's gonna go, pangolin?
Yeah, you don't recognize him.
And then I'll be like, okay, whatever, okay. And just meet up with them. I'm breaking down the door. Okay.
All right.
And I'm not even gonna use my hammer. I'm just gonna ram into it.
Okay.
Penny, can you get us in?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be quiet.
Ah, cool. Okay. I'm gonna step back a few steps and just charge for the door.
You charge at the door and it easily crumples. These are not defensive doors. These are elegant designed doors with beautiful golden hinges and natural stained wood.
It's splintered now.
It is off its hinges and broken, and you see a set of stairs that ascend up to the different floors ahead of you. As the round resets, you hear from up above, "Guards!" And all of the guards begin to collide around the two of you specifically. And the Falcon says, "Father Elian, dispel this." Q and Thistlefoot, you see from the balcony of the second floor, a robed individual steps out, an owl with droopy white feathers that are thinning, extends a hand, and you see a book, pages fly, and the darkness around you is dispelled immediately, and more of the guards close in. And we'll just start from top of the list with the Falcon. The first swing goes over your head, Q, but the greatsword flips around and slices across your midsection, and you take 15 slashing damage.
Ooh.
You didn't even tell me what you rolled. Is that a crit? That's scary.
No, it was a 22 though.
Ooh.
Oh.
I have your ACs.
That probably hits.
Unless you have something you would like to do to stop it, but I don't
It
know.
might hit.
I don't think you do.
I don't.
Okay, scimitar. The pangolin holsters his pistol and grabs his scimitar and does two big swings and hits you both times, and you take 12 slashing damage from his scimitars as he cuts across you. I need Penny to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm going to use my tactical mind so I can add a d10 to that.
Okay.
Add 2 to it.
Okay. As you're beginning to ascend the stairs, after you crash through, at the top of the stairs, you see a small hedge folk step out in guard garb. They reach around their utility belt, and you see singed quills off their back and wildly like amber eyes that are just super big. They reach in and pull out 2 big orbs of glass.
Oh no.
Shatter them at their feet, and you see flames erupt and like tentacles go down the stairs and wrap around you.
Oh no.
And you are paralyzed as they wrap around you and hold you and
Who are
burn,
these guards?
burn you to
Golly.
the ground.
You said paralyzed, yes?
You are paralyzed.
All right.
Yes. At the end of each of your turns, you can repeat the save.
Okay.
So, yeah, but currently you're paralyzed and automatically fail strength and dex saves. You have 0 speed. Any attack on you is a critical hit.
Yeah.
If it's within 5 feet of you. So they have to get within 5 feet of you. Q and Thistlefoot, after the mist disappears and you're caught out in the middle of the light and the attacks go off against you with the scimitar and the greatsword, descending, like dropping from the trees, you see a face masked fox folk and they chuck a sphere, and it lands at your feet and explodes, and smoke wreaths out. Now you won't be able to see. Now make con saves, both of you, please.
I'm pretty conning. I'm pretty conning.
As the poisonous smoke begins to choke you and the crowd.
That conning.
Okay.
9.
All right.
16.
Thistlefoot, you're able to hold your breath and not inhale the poisonous gases, but Q, you inhale and you take 14 poison damage. You did save Thistlefoot, so you will take half, so you take 7. And for Q, since you failed, you have the blinded condition. And you see the people you just healed begin to choke as they breathe in behind you, and the crowd within 20 feet of the smoke sphere, they just fall over and they're trying to crawl away from.
Oh, no.
Where's this
Smoke bomb.
captain that followed us with troops?
So
Let's-
getting to that. I'm getting to that. I'm getting
all
to that.
alone.
Don't you
There's
worry.
no one here.
Barlow's not here, man.
Barlow was the barkeep.
Barlow's the barkeep. He's like, I'm not even in existence.
It's been closed for years.
This is where you see a variety of 5 other folks in the guard surround you, and they look a little bit less intimidating. They all have the same sword in their hand. 5 guards push through the crowd, and the bandits that were attacking you have backed up as the foxfolk drop the smoke bomb, and spears come hurling through the crowd as regular guards. 3 of them are going for Thistlefoot and 2 for Q. 2 are going to get a 21 on Thistlefoot. One of them misses.
Yeah, that hits. 21 hits.
Okay. You take 8 piercing damage as the spear hits you in the side and in the arm, and the others go for Q. One is going to be a 22, and the other is misses. The others miss. So just the one would hit. 4 piercing damage. One hits you in the leg. Thistlefoot, your turn. Not blinded, but the people around you are choking on poisonous gas, including Q. You see Penny barely going up the second step and is being held in place.
And there's how many guards around us now attacking us?
There are 10 total.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to take a breath and expel the fire that has been building inside of me. And I am going to take a kneeling stance as like a sign of surrender. And I'm going to hold my action. If I get attacked, then I'll respond.
Q.
Not the time for this. I will grab Thistlefoot and pull him in the door that's behind. We're back facing the door, guards in front of us, right? Is that the situation? Penny just burst through it.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm going to drag Thistlefoot through the door. Once we have cleared the doorway, the entryway, for any of the guards can make it through, I will cast Moonbeam at 2nd level directly in the doorway.
So I will say that the 2 main guards, as you leave their range, they're going to get opportunity attacks on you. 15 to hit coming from the Falcon.
That's a miss, baby.
Mr. Falcon missed.
While I'm pulling Thistlefoot through the door, my quills go sharp behind me, sort of deflecting, being stiff and deflecting that smack.
And then the Falcon throws his arms into it, and the greatsword goes for 17.
Miss.
Damn. It digs into the ground. And then your moonbeam goes off, is what you're doing?
So as soon as we crest the sort of doorway, a bright flash of light just from the top of the doorway essentially fills it with light and blocks it with the moonbeam.
All right. As you enter the doorway, a held action goes off, and you see a hedge at the top of the stairs. A fanatical smile, and she holds out her hands, and fire emanates from them, and you hear a cackling laugh, and she throws fire at you. Q. One of them misses, hitting the top of the door frame, but the other is gonna hit for a 22 to hit. 11 fire damage as a ball of fire just hits into you.
You're gonna have to try harder than that.
I don't know if I want them to.
That should be. She slowly begins to step down the stairs. I will burn you all!
Not if I get you first.
Take me with me. She looks crazy. Yes.
I am a little worse for wear. Grunting and in pain.
Penny, at the end of your turn,
Oh no.
you can make another wisdom save to see if you get out of the held person.
That one.
Oh my god.
Die.
As she steps down the stairs, the connected tendrils light up as her feet hit the steps, and they enrage and get tighter around Penny. And it is their turn. The pangolin jumps through, so he's gonna get hit with the moonbeam. He's entering it for the first time.
Con save. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Con save.
He's not been in it. 15.
You barely made it. I think you still take half damage.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair.
If he's shapeshifted, he's not anymore. I don't think that he is, but
He's not. He's not a pangolin anymore.
it would have been 16.
Oh, 8.
Instead, it's 8.
Damn.
You'll take 8 damage.
You see
8
him
radiant.
get singed from the radiant as he jumps through, adding to that badass, like harmed but savage-looking appearance that he has.
This isn't good because he's taken a lot of hits and he's still standing.
Well, he's a penguin.
He does look like somewhat hurt.
Somewhat. Okay. Yep.
As he jumps through, he looks down at at Thistlefoot being drug along, and you should give up now, or everyone dies.
You won't be taking anyone else with you.
Oh well, you had your chance. And he's gonna come up to UQ and do his attack. 23 to hit. And 14, so that misses.
The 23 will hit.
23 hits, and you take 6 slashing damage.
I'm in danger.
Indeed.
For the first time. Pretty much this whole time. I'm in danger. Danger.
The hedge makes her way up to Penny and comes up behind her. You should listen to them, because if not... And then a fiery blade appears in her hand. She's a couple steps up because she's shorter than Penny by a good amount. Puts it around Penny. I'll kill this one. What say you, hedgeling and little mouse? Will you give up, or shall I kill your friend? You're surrounded.
The 2 upstairs. What's your plan for them?
They're going to die.
Then you'll die first.
They're traitors.
You're the traitor.
We'll see about that.
So the pangolin is right next to me.
Yes. Wow, that sucks ass. How? 13 doesn't hit you, right, Penny?
Nah.
So she tries to stab Penny, but her scales block the fire, even with fucking advantage. Ching off. Resist it to fire! No! And then it's Thistlefoot's turn, so you can do stuff now.
That's terrifying.
None of the other guards come through the moonbeam. I hit you, Q, a few times. Moonbeam is concentration. You'll roll a concentration check, so you'll roll a d20, add your constitution modifier to it. And because I don't remember how much the damage is, beat a 10. All 3 times. That is the minimum, so that is the best case scenario for you. I don't think I rolled higher than that. Nice.
18.
Okay, first one's fine.
12.
Second one's fine.
3.
Because I forgot, I'll give you the benefit here. And as their turn ends, the fires go out but hurt you, and your moonbeam drops, and you see the falcon outside and the other guards closing in around the entrance.
How far is the witch from us? This
She's
crazy lady.
She is behind Penny currently, so she does have cover on Penny.
How far?
Like 15 feet up the stairs, or maybe less, like 10. But you can get to her if you want to.
I'm going to run up, and since she's behind Penny, I'm going to run up. The way that I have it pictured, theater of mine, it's like we're going up the stairs. Penny's facing upwards the stairs, and the witch is like in front of her, taking cover. Run up Penny's frozen tail body, jump up over her head, and land behind the crazy hedge woman and attack her.
Okay.
But does that running get an attack of opportunity from the penguin?
It does, actually. Thanks for reminding me. He misses.
Okay. So I'm gonna duck under his swing as he's doing this. End up behind her, and I'm going to take a swing at her to crack her against her crazy noggin.
Noggin.
That one. On the first one.
Her quills bounce off your attack.
Okay. I'm going to try again, crossed her chest. Bring my staff back around, hit her in the chest. Another nat 1.
They bounce off again.
What?
Yeah, throw that dice in
Okay.
the trash. That
Super
doesn't deserve
frustrated.
jail.
She pulls up her fiery blade. It begins to ignite even brighter. Stop now. I'll kill her.
I'm going to give out a huff of frustration, and then I'm going to burn a focus point to do Fury of Blows. What in the world?
What'd you get? What'd you get?
7.
Oh, okay. I thought it was another one.
Another bounce off of her quills. You can't hit me.
Shut the front
Another
door.
nat 1. Are you,
You can't win this fight.
this is not doing good for Thistlefoot. That's
all part of the game.
my turn.
Cute.
I'm gonna reach into my gardener's
3
apron.
flipping nat 1.
Crazy.
I am bleeding profusely, in lots of pain. I'm gonna reach into my apron and pull out a handful of rose petals. I'll look towards the door and blow the petals into the doorway and cast sleep. So every creature of my choice in a 5-foot radius sphere focused on a point within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or they'll be incapacitated until the end of their next turn, at which point they have to repeat the save. And if they fail the second save, they're unconscious for a whole minute.
So you blow the rose petals, they swirl around, and you see the falcon outside wave his head and swing his hand, and the petals disperse around him, and he still stands. All the other guards that are with him, aside from one other, immediately collapse on the ground, unconscious.
He succeeded in both wisdom saves? Or the first wisdom save?
Yes. And so did one of the other guards.
Satisfied with that, I'm gonna whisper some sweet, kind
Nothing's in
words.
their
Kind words to myself.
You're so hot, you can do
Reminding
this.
myself, it's for Evelyn. It's for Eden. I will cast Healing Word at 3rd level. I need a lot of D4s.
You do need God.
You do. I need 6 D4s.
You indeed.
I have 3.
Thank you. Big money, no whammy, baby. Big money, no whammy. 7, 10, 13, 15. So I'll heal for 15.
Nice.
That's really good because I had less than that. So
Wow.
I'm going to stand up tall after being battered, bruised, and beaten and focus my eyes, put my shield up and say, come on, let's go.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gosh.
You're gonna lose this fight.
I don't think so.
You're surrounded by many guards. You're going to lose.
Look behind you. Nothing's going to stop me.
Benny, you can roll again
Okay.
at the end of your turn.
Oh, well, I can't do anything else. Like,
I
all of my
know,
stuff
but you
is...
need to roll to see if you break out.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You would have gotten more chances because concentration checks, but Thistlefoot missed every single attack.
All four. 3 of those were nat ones.
Not good.
Don't.
You just rolled bad.
Yeah, sorry, Penny.
This is when I wish I was a hedge so I could just go with my quills and just poke her, but I can't.
Okay.
15.
Your scales flare and shine, and the tentacles retract around you, and you're no longer paralyzed.
Hell yeah.
Top of the round with the banditos.
The banditos.
Banditos. You hear from up the stairs, "Stop what you're doing, or she gets it." As you look up the stairs, you see Sheila with both of her arms around Virgil and Evelyn and 2 daggers in either hand, looking down the stairs. "You should have listened to them. What do you say now? I won't miss."
What do you want? Why this?
"Equality.
What equality are you fighting for?
I just told you. Did you not hear? These scum worked with Corvius. Let people burn!"
You think they knew?
"Oh yes, and I have proof. They are connected. And you seem too familiar. You know that I was the one who gave the order. I know the connections. Scout told me. I know who you are."
You say they're betrayers. Traitors to who? To you?
"Not just me, but everyone.
You think everyone agrees with you?
They don't know everything. It could go sideways if we allow for them to prepare for our actions. This is why I did it this way."
Do you know where we were going, Eden and I, when you gave that order?
Doesn't matter.
Do you know what we were trying to do? You don't think that maybe for a moment we were trying to do something humanitarian, trying to be part of the greater good? You're so tied up in this conspiracy that these winged folk feel superior to us, and you employ them, and you're not worried about the forest burning, people dying from these flames. What about the tenders who hold the fires back? You're so locked up in this feud of equality that you forget that if you fight for equality and kill and murder, then the flames will take us all anyway in the meantime. We were headed to try and figure out how to stop that. Eden was a good woman, and your bandits slaughtered her.
She was connected to her, to Kirum.
You just say her, or mysteries, or shadows, or twilight, or darkness, but you don't speak clearly. Who are you fighting against? Traitors to you are the issue. You're Sheila Den. You're a name on a piece of paper. You think that if you had second thoughts about anything that you do, that everyone who surrounds you would not turn on you? You think that these people are your allies? The people who murder and kill at the order of someone at the top of a food chain? Someone's above you.
Yes.
You think if that person ordered you dead, whether you were a traitor or not, that anybody would hesitate?
Obviously not going to get through to you. So, which one shall it be first? Is Evelyn or Virgil? And the knife presses into their throats. Pick your first. I gave you a chance.
What action have you taken before this to prevent people from burning and dying? Thistlefoot, this mouse folk behind me, lost everything in the fire.
You know nothing of the fire.
I know that I provided food and shelter and sustenance for the people burning as they fled the flames.
We have saved so many, and you don't even know.
You think that I have not also tried to save people? You think that Eden also didn't try to save people? How can you be so connected and so ignorant yourself?
She shakes her head. Pick your death. Virgil or Evelyn.
So you mean death with more death?
I'm tired of you talking. I'll pick myself.
How far is she?
At the top of the stairs, like 25 feet.
I'm trying to persuade her to doubt herself.
Gee, man.
It's not working.
I'll let you roll persuasion check, but I'll give you disadvantage. Just know that this is a very hard roll.
The highest is 11. Well, it's not the highest. But
Okay.
The disadvantage is 11.
You see her reach into her pocket, pull out a coin, flip the coin. Oh! I'm going to leave it to fate. Heads.
Freaking Two-Face over here.
Heads, Evelyn dies. First, tails, Virgil. Which do you think it's going to be? Opens her paw. So disappointing. Stabs into Virgil.
Virgil!
You see him collapse, fall down the stairs. She grabs Evelyn, puts the knife around her neck. She'll be next. And you see Evelyn for the first time, and she looks at you, tears down her eyes. Quill, it's okay. It's okay. The penguin from behind, while you're being distracted, comes up behind you, Thistlefoot, and with a 24 to hit, scimitar slashes across your back for 6 slashing damage. And then on the second one would be a 16.
Does not hit.
Yeah. After being slashed across the back, you notice he's there. You're too focused on what's happening right now, and you flip
Dodge
around
to
and
the
dodge.
side. Yeah.
And then throws 2 fireballs at
She's a hedge witch. Ha, ha, ha. That's funny.
Sort of.
Get it?
Little hedge mage.
2 small balls of fire hurl down the stairs, and because you're so intimately involved in the conversation, the first one hits you and knocks you back, and you take 6 fire damage, and then the other one flies to the side, hitting the side rail. The falcon rushes in behind and also swings at Thistlefoot. First one is a miss. Second one, goodness, it's also a miss.
Dodge left, dodge right.
Yeah, he's too slow with that massive sword. Slashes into the side of the walls on the inside, and there's not enough room, but the guards are outside piled up at the entrance. You are all fully surrounded. Thistlefoot's turn. Terrifying.
Do you want me to roll concentration for the sleep?
Yes,
On the
please.
guards that
I
were
keep
outside?
forgetting. It's one of the hardest things to remember is
It is.
concentration.
It's really annoying. It's a con save, right?
Yeah, and it's 10 because I remember this time it did 6, so minimum's to 10.
No, they're not going to save. 17.
The guards are still asleep.
Thistlefoot. Give me the feather. Give it to me.
Reach into my pouch. I hand it over to Q. And then I dart up after Sheila, and I'm going to try to hit her and hit her with a stunning strike if I connect.
As your foot reaches the top step, 2 heavily armored guards, longsword, immediately trigger, coming down at you.
Oh my gosh.
One is a 23 to hit, the other's a natural 20. 12 slashing damage on the first. 24 on the second, which is the critical hit. One slashes you, you pound against the wall. The other pierces you with the blade, pinning you to the wall.
Well, with the crit one, I'm going to burn my reaction to do a deflect attack.
Okay, it's 24 total. I don't know.
We can still reduce the damage.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh my
Good
god.
luck.
Oh my god.
So 11. So okay, so I already did the 12, and then this one that I reduced was 13. Okay.
Yeah. You negated the crit, basically.
Okay.
Good.
Sweet.
Yeah, you get slashed, and a gash opens up on your side, and the other one goes in for a lunge. You're able to avoid it hitting a vital spot, but he still pierces your shirt and scrapes against your abdomen and pins you to the wall with his sword.
Okay. I'm going to hit at Sheila. I more want to hit along the arm side to try to get her to drop the dagger.
Okay.
So first hit, 22.
Okay, the robe rips as you break away from the sword. He's still trying to pull away from the wall, and you rush forward and try to butt Sheila's hand away from the blade, but with a dexterous flick, uses the back end of her dagger and parries your fist away.
I'm hitting again.
Okay.
I'm hitting again.
All right.
Ma. What is it?
I thought I saw 20 through your cup.
It's a 20.
8.
It's a 20.
8.
Oh.
8.
This is when she grabs Evelyn, pulls her forward, and you hesitate and don't go follow through with the punch.
I'm going again. I got one more strike.
Oh my gosh.
I got one more strike.
Stun this bitch.
23.
So your punch goes and you push through the open elbow that is of the hands held behind, and you hit her in the side, and you do make contact.
Okay. Well, I hit her, and then I burn another one of my focus. I
To make
burn
it a
my
stunning strike.
to make it a stunning strike. So,
Con save?
a con save of 15.
I'm so stressed, but I'm having so much fun.
12.
Yeah, she's stunned.
You catch her off guard, hit her in the side, and she flinches, and the dagger drops.
2 for flinch.
So she's stunned until the start of my next turn, and I'm going to look at Evelyn run.
Oh yeah. And she like pushes her away and like falls down the stairs and starts running away. Cue. It's at this moment, Evelyn, like time is slowing as the feather enters your hand. You see Evelyn's scared face as she grabs the rail and moves past you.
Channeling every bit of divine energy, faith, spirit that I can into this feather. I'll hold it in my hand, looking at the golden strand, a moment of quiet, slow motion thought as my friends are fighting and dying. Titan, Kren, Mileki, Ardea. I don't know who or what purposes you all serve. I don't know what this feather does. Tears begin to flow. I was too late last time. I'm too late this time. Please, intervene the way you did before. Don't leave us here. Don't leave us here. And I'll crush the feather in my hands.
The little bit of radiant energy from that single feather, the single strand of hair, turns to dust, mixes with the mist of the shadow of the rest of the feather. It begins to swirl around you and widen. Bright, starlit sky surrounds you, Evelyn, Thistlefoot, and Penny. In an instant, you are transported. You appear in the blink of an eye in a darkness. You're the only one with dark vision, right? The scent of the room changes. You hear a pop, and the scent of dirt and growth and familiar sense of earth surround you. You are now in complete darkness, surrounded by earth, roots, and a dirt ceiling. Before you is a endless cavern of hallways splitting into tunnels. And I want you to make history check. You as well, Thistlefoot.
That's a 9.
12.
Q, you know of this place because of your history. This seems to be the root system of Alderheart, the bottom, forgotten, and unappreciated realm of the root system of the Evertree. As the radiant sparkles fade, Evelyn trips and falls and grabs a root, and time kind of speeds back up. Wait, what was that? What?
Guys, I can't see.
Where are we?
What's going on?
Everybody, I'm here. Come here. I'm pulling people in.
What's
I
happening?
wrap my arms around you guys.
Are they gone? Wait, what's going on?
What happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
I used some sort of artifact that we found and prayed that I wouldn't be too late this time. I blinked and here we are. I don't know where we are. More than that, this is a tunnel system deep in the roots of Alderheart.
Wait, we're in the roots? We need light. I've been in the roots before.
Do I see any torches or any sort of lighting systems on the walls?
Not
With my
where
dark
you're
vision?
at currently.
I pull a torch out from my pack and I light
He
it.
has a
Some.
torch.
All right.
I'll Druid craft the torch.
The canal or the tunnels instantly light up within your sight, and you can see a couple of branching paths. And Evelyn looks around. I don't know exactly where we're at, but I've been here before and done some trades here. If we keep walking, I might find somewhere I find familiar. It's not too big down here. There's people down here. We can find help.
Wait. And I'll embrace Evelyn. I'm sorry. I couldn't save Kirill. I couldn't save Virgil. I couldn't let you go too.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. You didn't know. I found them like you said, but they're part of the guard. What were we supposed to do?
You couldn't have known either.
Seems that there's deep corruption, far more than what we think.
What they said. Do you think she was part of that?
All I know is that I wouldn't trust a word from anybody's mouth who's willing to destroy life with some convoluted missive of saving other life. Destruction doesn't breed peace. It breeds more destruction. I don't trust anything she said. She ordered Eden's death. She ordered your death. I know who I have surrounded myself with these past years. And I know that the people that are good don't deserve to die. And they killed good people.
We should keep moving.
Okay, let's move.
I hand the torch over to Q for him to lead the way when I take up the back.
I'll lead the charge. Well, behind Evelyn. I'll follow Evelyn with the torch.
Okay.
Give her the light so she can help us navigate.
So you're in the middle of a tunnel right now. There's 2 different directions you can go currently. Are you going to go, we'll say your options are left and right. Which way are you going first?
Oh, a labyrinth, you say? Oh, you almost killed me, and then you sent me into a puzzle maze.
It's not a puzzle maze. It will just end you up in a different place,
Yeah.
depending on which way you go.
Well, when in doubt, go left.
Is
I'm
that
gonna
what
go
it
right.
is? Is that what it is?
I'm gonna go right. Right is right.
I've heard that before too, but
I've heard when in doubt, see your way out. So in A, B, C, D questions, you pick C.
Yeah, fair. We're going right.
I failed a lot of tests doing that. Going right. Okay. You follow Evelyn down the right direction.
I knew it was right.
Minutes pass and Evelyn, I almost said Eden, Evelyn takes certain turns and you hear her making remarks. I think I've been here maybe once or twice. After she goes around a bend, you see her stopped. Quill, I hear voices. Do you hear that?
Voices? Do I hear any voices?
Make a perception check.
I have advantage.
Yeah.
You have advantage on perception?
Yeah.
I have advantage on a couple of things.
Yeah. His new thorn gave him
so-
some magical assistance.
I'm leaning in, sort of like putting my hand behind my ear, doing the classic like cup over the ear motion, trying to hear anything that I don't already hear. And the sword on my side, the thorn, glows and amplifies my hearing. I rolled a 22.
You do hear voices, and with such a nice roll, your enhanced hearing picks up this. Thorn, I'm going to need you to go up to the trunk. We need to make sure that everyone comes down here safely. Is that understood?
Evelyn also hear this?
No.
She
She
can't
can
tell.
hear voices, but she does not have your enhanced hearing.
Let's move quietly. He said there's at least 2. One said that they need to move everyone down here safely. He said something about, did you say thorn?
Thorn, yes.
Something about thorn. Move everyone down here, keep them safe. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Okay, let's... Penny, Thistlefoot, stay close. Let's move quietly.
So you're going quietly. Everyone roll stealth for me. Everyone will also
I'm not very good, dude.
Okay. So when we do group stealth rolls, it'll be a majority wins sort of situation. So go ahead.
14.
That's cocked. 19.
21.
God! Whoa! All
roll for
right.
Evelyn, too?
Nice.
I'm gone.
I don't want to roll for Evelyn. I'll roll a natural
I'm
one.
slightly
We'll be
gone.
screwed.
Okay.
I'm staying back in the shadows.
in the back. Okay.
I'll take the lead.
Okay.
I'll also dim the torch a little bit.
The torchlight does dim. You creep forward, and an opening like grotto inside opens up, large with roots hanging down from the ceiling, and you can see light up ahead hanging from some of those roots. And it's metal lanterns hanging from the roots and tied off that are lit. And you can see a older graying owl folk who is stepping away from you towards one of the 3 tunnels in this grotto. The other person that you heard it or was being spoken to is not in there, but you see their taloned feet walking through the center tunnel away from you.
Before we step into this corridor, I will put a hand on Thistlefoot and Penny. Evelyn sort of in my arms reach, and I'm going to share my dark vision via Eyes of Night. You will both feel for a moment that everything gets darker, and then suddenly you can see. So you have dark vision.
Which one's better, option A, option B? Number 1?
This will
Number
be
2.
shared to Penny, Thistlefoot, and Evelyn. You have dark vision to 300 feet for an
Nice.
I can see.
hour. You can see.
Whoa.
I can fight.
That's a fun party trick, huh? I picked that up a while ago.
Thanks, Q.
Thank you.
What are we following him?
I don't know anywhere else to go.
Okay.
You
shrugs.
have any other ideas?
Nope.
Okay, let's go. I'm following him.
Okay.
I'm going to keep following him.
All right. As you continue forward, you see him with your new vision, the rest of you, following a bend down a tunnel. And as you enter the center corridor, you hear from behind you.
I swear, if it's Dale, I'm going to lose my fucking shit.
There's no fucking way.
I swear, if it's Dale, I'm losing my fucking
Dale
shit
is
right
in
now.
These tunnels. Okay,
hey.
we teleported. That was God power. Like Dale did Dale, God did God. We out.
I'm telling you right now, DM, I'm going to flip the fuck out.
I will nuke him. I'm gonna guiding bolt his ass. He ain't going nowhere.
You hear from behind you. Oh, where are you taking those beautiful ladies to?
What the fuck?
You turn around and you see
Immediately, Q pulls the Thorn of Kren in his
Yeah.
shield and pushes everyone behind him.
leaning up against the opening in the tunnel is a hedge folk with a quilled hat and vested shirt, leaning up cross-armed with one leg against the wall.
What the fuck?
And he gives a very large smirk on his face. What?
Excuse me?
Oh, no need to offend, my lady. I'm so sorry.
Who are you? I step under the shield. I go under the shield, step forward. Who are you?
My name is Thorn. A pleasure to meet you. She's wondering why you were following my friend.
What are you doing here?
Oh, we are hiding from the invasion above. Same as you, I presume. Are we not like-minded folk?
Well, I'm just going to start by saying I don't appreciate being pangolin called, and I'm sure she doesn't appreciate being hedge called, okay? So let's get
what
that
would a
right
penguin
out
call
there.
sound like?
Evelyn is blushing and standing behind you like this is weird.
My apologies, Lady Penguin. I did not mean to offend or come off as crass to you. As I said, I am Master Thorn. I am a part of let's say, a humanitarian group who is aiding in this insurrection resistance.
With my passive insight, well, I'm gonna do an insight check.
Yes.
I wanna insight him, get the feel of this.
With my humbleitarian.
Humbleitarian.
That's a good point.
What's a human?
A 14.
Seems to be pretty genuine. No, like malicious intent. Listen, if we are going to talk, we should probably go to somewhere a little bit more civilized. This is for the meetings of secrecy and darkness and troubles. We have somewhere more comfortable for us to stay if you would like to join.
Where?
Oh, you were already going there. Straight ahead.
You said we are hiding from the invasion.
Oh,
from
yes.
The top. Who are all of you?
Oh, we are the Ashen Rose. We are the resistance against the bandits.
What I was looking for.
You don't seem to be a part of their group, so I felt safe introducing myself to such wonderful and, might I say, intoxicating people.
You visibly.
I'm just gonna squint my eyes and be like, and make sure Evelyn is behind me and just kind of hold on to my hammer.
I'll sheathe the sword, put the shield back on my belt. Well, we would be much obliged if you have a place to rest.
Absolutely.
Evelyn, stay behind me. Unless he's behind us, then you stay in front of me.
He is behind.
We're
me.
making
Am I
I'll stay behind
familiar?
everyone. I'm the least attractive. I'm like the old man. I'm ready.
Would I be familiar with the Ashen Rose? Have I heard this group? I can do a history check.
Yeah, roll me a history check.
9.
So 9, you do not know.
In fact, you do not.
Evelyn, have you heard of this name before?
No, I haven't. But Ford with New Vision squints at this guy. You look kind of familiar, actually. Do I know you from somewhere? And he goes, oh, I have seen you around. Quite an honor to meet you, actually. Okay. He does a big bow. I am Thorn, as I have said thrice this time. And I am the spy master for the Ashen Rose. If you don't mind continuing forward, in this tunnel you will find our base of operations. And you might have recognized me. I am plugged in to many crowds at the canopy. Mm-hmm. And he like wiggles his eyebrows like a caterpillar, like waves.
I don't think we have many options at this point.
There's 2 other options here.
Yeah,
left
but I
and
don't know
right.
where they go. And I don't know if you can see, and I'll gesture to the various scorch marks and gushing wounds on my body and say, I'm a little worse for wear.
A little blood drops from inside Thistlefoot's cloak onto the floor.
Oh, well, we have a excellent healer in our envoy. So please, I will lead the way if you like, or I will stay behind.
You should lead the way.
Excellent.
Okay.
And he steps past and he gives a furrowed single eyebrow at Penny and Evelyn.
Keep
And
moving, bucko.
Very well. As he passes you, you see a green cape that matches his hat with a red feather, and he has a rapier at his side. Follow me.
If you did.
Don't worry. I will protect you down here. I am the Thorn of the Ashen Rose, and no one has defeated me.
I have a thorn too. Want to see it? I guess I showed it to you already.
That is a interesting bramble you carry.
It's sharp.
It is intimidating.
I took it off of a very important bandit person.
Maybe you shouldn't use it then.
Well,
It gives off an aura of
if you have any way to make it not give off that aura, I'm all ears.
I do not possess magical talent. Maybe I can seduce its way to become mine.
Thistlefoot rolls his eyebrows and he steps in the middle of Q
Rolls
and
his
Thorn.
eyebrows?
Oh, I roll.
Oh, are you trying to?
Oh my gosh.
I can teach you the ways.
Rolling my eyes, I step in between Q and Thorn, and I kind of take my hand and kind of like push Q's bramble sword like back down.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I just
Don't touch
push
it.
down.
As you touch it, you feel
Oh no.
an aura of just hunger. Your stomach growls, and you feel unease.
Don't touch it.
I'm going to ignore
sheath
it
it really
for now. Just lead the way, Thorn.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I got caught up in our conversation and stopped. He continues forward. We are not far now, just a few moments. And after just a few minutes, he leads you to a dead-end wall. Now, you may be surprised to see that our base is hidden behind some very secret machinery and magics. And he's turned around and he kicks backwards and pulls down one of the roots, and the wall just kind of opens like a swinging door and bows. After you, friends.
I thought you were leading the way.
Oh, so suspicious. I will lead the way. And he steps on through, and you can see light pouring from inside, and you feel a warmth come out, and you see a large campfire at the center of a big open room with small tunnels that lead to 10 or 20 foot tunnels. There's a couple of them that lead to other separated domed rooms. There's no like doors or anything, but there's like little caverns that open to different hovels inside the wall. And this is the resistance. Over here, you can see our beloved leader, Crowley. And that's he's gesturing towards the gray owl folk standing at the center of the room, and you can see him conversing with a lynx catfolk with feathered ears and spotted fur pattern. And as he says Crowley, you see one of his head kind of turn almost 180 around and look at you, and then he says, "Oh, excuse me," and turns around. "It is quite the pleasure to meet you. Who might I be speaking to?" Who? Just kidding. Might I be speaking to?
To me. He stepped up to me.
All of you.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm Q. It's nice to meet you.
A pleasure.
Thistlefoot.
Penny.
Might I ask, what brings you here? Another refugee to join the resistance?
For now, a refugee. Unsure what your resistance is.
Oh.
But I think I may have some helpful information. We, by fate and divine intervention, escaped death not long ago at the hands of Shieldden. There is nothing in this life I want more than this coalition to meet its end.
We should speak then. But first, you look injured. Our healer will heal you just over there. And as their wing opens up, you look into one of the alcoves, and you see a familiar face.
Oh, I know. Oh, no. Oh, I know.
Alara, dude.
It's not Alara.
I was ready.
I was too.
I was gonna have to be nice and everything.
He walks over as he gestures, and I'll tell you exactly my description of this character. You see a deer folk, and the only description I have written down here is vest.
Leather. It's the leather vest.
This is our
Willow.
healer.
Willow.
Oh, hey.
Q is gonna make a sprint slowly.
Oh,
hurt,
goodness.
Limping. Willow. And pick him up in a big hug.
I knew I'd see you again.
And then drop him.
It's good to see you again.
I'm glad you're safe.
Before Crowley goes, I'll pull on one of his feathers, get his attention.
Yes.
The bandits' reach within the city goes farther and deeper than what you think.
Yes. We are unfortunately aware at this point.
Thank you for your hospitality. And I give a bow.
You're most welcome here. And he leaves. I knew you were gonna see me again, but you got here pretty quickly. You look horrible. Are you okay? What happened?
Yeah, funny story. So,
The bandits kicked our butts.
we
As
bit
many-
off more than we could chew.
As many of us have.
We have failed and weren't strong enough.
Maybe it just wasn't the time. I've learned a lot lately, and things need time to be in the correct place. And if you're meant to do certain things, sometimes you have to wait for that. Please, this way. And Willow gestures, and there's cots and bedrolls rolled out, and there's a lot of injured people down here. And a couple of people bandaging and taking care of the injured, but brings you over and begins patching you up. So, you were hurt fighting the bandits. Was that during the initial attack or afterwards?
Afterwards, it's it's happening now, right?
I'm confused. What do you mean?
I alerted the guards before the attack on the guild quarter. We rushed in and faced Sheila Din and her cronies at the same time that the attack started.
Oh.
That was
Yeah.
not.
You've
that was
been
hours
injured
ago.
for hours?
Hours. This was maybe 30 minutes ago.
No, the attack was like 6 hours ago.
6 hours.
What?
I'm surprised you made it down here alive with those injuries for that long. Are you sure? Are you
6
okay?
hours.
He
We have
puts
to-
his hand up to your head.
How many of me are you seeing right now?
How many hooves am I holding up?
How many vests do you see?
How many vests do you see?
I actually got 2 now.
I'm confused too. It was minutes.
No, that was hours ago.
Oh my god.
How
And
is that
now
possible?
now you're coming to realize the drawback of the feather.
Fill us in. We have gaps over these hours.
Well, I only know as much as Thorn has been able to gather and the others that have come from above, but so far they've taken over the canopy almost as a whole. Not long ago, there was word that their forces are in the wood now and should be arriving within the hour or two. We've heard nothing from the council. I guess we suspect they're dead, but we don't know for sure. We're gathering as much people as we can, but it's overwhelming up there.
There's only so much you can do.
Yes, but there's something I can do for you. I had another vision, and Willow grabs your head with the one hand that was already there, or the
Careful,
hoof.
it's kind of sharp up there. Be careful.
That's okay, I got it. I've been speaking more and more and hearing more from her voice. After making it here, it seems like maybe it's a prophecy of some sort. I spoke to a few others that are like me. They can't see like I can or hear, but they know more about our history from the ancient grove, and they touch your head, and you hear a female voice echoing in your head. When the world lies weary and the echoes of ages falter, the great rhythm shall call forth its chosen, born beneath turning boughs, guided by groven blood, with hearts in harmony and steps unbroken, through twilight's grasp and a hush of fading dawn. Their voices shall weave the song of renewal, and upon their hands shall rest the power to lift the veil of stars and reveal the truth eternal. In shadowed halls where time stands still, a world unwound shall find its tether. For only those bound to the rhythm's will may set the balance right forever. And they release their hand. I hear this every night.
Those bound to the rhythm.
The only thing I can work out is Groven blood. That's me. She told me I would be the one to guide you. I'm of Groven blood. That's where my ancestry is from.
This voice. Do you know who it belongs to?
I still don't know.
When I last met you in the ruins, I prayed for translation, transcription, some level of understanding with a spirit that was following us through the ruins. They called themselves Miliki. Does that mean anything to you?
I haven't heard the name before.
I also received a journal.
Yeah, I gave that one to you.
Yeah. When you handed it to me, when you gave it to me, were you able to read it?
No. It was in the similar language to what we found at the slab we found.
I read the first entry. It was given to me in meditation. It spoke of riding beneath ancient bows and the way that the rhythm of the world was steady and untouched and unmoved. But it also spoke of being able to mold that rhythm, shape it, like a student dreaming of making a difference and being restrained by their master's teaching. I don't know what it means. There's more entries.
Have you been able to read them?
Not yet. It took me hours to mull over this last one, to commune, but when I finally received the translation, the divine intervention that gave it to me, Miliki was the one who brought it. This may be the journal of that spirit. If you believe from this prophecy that you are to usher in a new age or a new light because you are so attuned to the rhythm, it may be useful to continue sharing what it says with you. And perhaps you can speak back to this voice in some way. Learn this prophecy or what it means.
Well, if you can help me translate it, I can see if there's some sort of response.
Absolutely. I'll do that. First, I need to not be so bloody. So I appreciate your healing.
Of course. This is when Willow begins to finish bandaging the rest of you and healing you and gain 18 HP. As Willow is healing, you see a faint glow emanating from your bag. And as you look in your bag, you see the journal faintly glowing.
Pull it out.
As you flip, one of the pages is lit. And similar to the moment before when you were examining the journal, you are overwhelmed with peace. You feel at home in your garden. Every time you've picked up this journal or touched it, there's a heartbeat to it. There's a rhythm. And the next entry is revealed. Here you feel an environment within the entry. As you look back at the first entry, you feel a similar way that you felt inside of that temple. But this is different. You feel like you're in a tranquil forest leaned up against the boughs of a tree, and a brisk, cold wind blows and leaves fall around you. The next passage says, Elindra worries too much. She says nature is already in balance, that our role is to protect, not to alter. But I ask her, what balance? The seasons are changing, rivers shift, mountains crumble, forests burn. Balance is not stillness. It is motion. It is change. And if the world is always shifting, why can't we guide that shift? Why can't we mend the broken places, heal the wounds left by time? She fears what she does not understand, and she thinks me reckless. I think she's afraid of what we might become.
Afraid of what they might become. The world does move, and balance is not the same as steadiness. It's not the same as life eternal or never ending. It's always moving. What does that mean? In this moment of, I guess, revelation for Q, for me, I've never really thought of it in a way that the flow of nature defies the idea sort of like an unmovable society. It fights the will of those who try to tame it. It should be that way.
As we're kind of sitting around and contemplating what the diary says, I'm going to step away from the group a little bit, not go too far, so not to panic Penny, because I know she's watching me like a hawk.
Also watching Thorn. Where did he go?
He's right behind you, darling.
He is speaking to that catfolk, and they're having conversation. You see him like talking to her the same way that he talked to you and Evelyn, and she's just like not just rolling her eyes, just like yeah. You know, you can leave now. We already talked about what he told us to talk about. I don't need you to hit on me anymore, okay? I've got a husband.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm a strong, independent woman. I own my own business, all right?
I'm going to pull out a sheet of paper and some ink and quill, and I'm going to write a letter to my master. Tell him about running into Q again, and then us joining together with a third member going on a journey, and then how we end up at the bandit fortress, all that happens at the Bandit Fortress and running into Dale. How Dale, just as Master Mackerel feared, has fallen and has seemingly joined with the bandits, and talk about our fight in agonizing detail and point out how I wasn't strong enough or capable of fighting Dale. Then tell him about how we got mysticked away to Alderheart, and tell him about the bandit invasion and attack on Alderheart. Bandits are within the guard and the corruption within the Tarn Gallard, and about Sheila as well. And then how she pointed out that one of the Alderheart council members, I believe it was Corvius, was seemingly particular corrupt individual of the council, and particularly point out the disappearance of 8, and just kind of circle it and put a little question mark on it, and I'll sign it as Thistlefoot. And I'm going to go find Crawley.
Yes.
I can't with that. I can't with that. I know that you're busy at the moment and we're kind of underground and everything, but do you happen to have a fast messenger, someone you trust?
We could give it to Thor. He delivers our messages. He has a few friends up above that work for the post.
I roll my eyes. Is he your most capable?
He's trustworthy. I promise. His hubris may put off some, but
Everyone.
he's a capable scout.
Okay. Thank you. And I go off to Thorn reluctantly, but this time I want to sneak up behind him.
Okay, roll stealth.
21.
Tie.
Want to do another
good.
roll off? Roll just for straight rollies?
Yeah, just straight rolls.
13.
He's too infatuated with this catfolk right now. And still, she's just like, oh my goodness, just leave.
I'm going to use my tail, do the whole tap him on one shoulder, and then be on the other side.
Huh? Oh, it's you. How did you? You're a stealthy fella.
I was told that you
Are the best that ever was.
are able to get messages delivered quickly, and I stare him directly in the face reliably.
Oh, such a serious look. Of course I can.
Have you heard of the Whispering Pines Monastery?
Of course, you wear the green trees that freshen the air around your neck. Wonderful smell.
Can you please have this letter, and it's sealed, delivered to one of the masters? Only him. His name is Master Mackerel.
Oh, but
He
of
is
course.
a older bird folk.
Sure, I can absolutely do that for you.
And I pull him in to me, and I pull him down to my level, and I look at him. His eyes only.
But of course.
Thank you very much. Let him go, and I go back to my warmer aura.
With your enhanced ears, you hear him look back at the catfolk. Such a serious one, this one. Goodness, that stare.
That was her chance to run away, man. He was-
Yeah. As y'all are looking from the infirmary, she's like tiptoeing away, and she gets caught like a couple steps away. Q, roll me a perception check, please.
Ooh.
Not bad, not bad. That is 21.
At the tunnel entrance that you came through, hidden door, you see a small raccoon folk child.
No way.
And with one arm crossed across his chest and a leg up behind him, he dangles in front of him the bracelet that was on Penny's wrist, and you look over at Penny, and her bracelet is gone. And as soon as your eyes meet, he smiles and shifts around the bend of the entrance and disappears. And that's where we'll end this episode.
No! Until the next Twilight!
Hey Night Owls, thanks for listening to this episode of Tales at Twilight. Mark is our DM, Becca is Penny, Matt is Thistlefoot, and Q is played by myself, Darwin. Our cover art is done by Seba Huidobono, and our theme by Jeremy. Links to their work are available in the show notes below. Do us a solid by leaving us a review on whatever podcast platform you listen on. Tell your friends, post it on socials, you know the drill. Our next episode will be released in 2 weeks, so stay tuned until the next Twilight.